Alright, this is the last part of Stand Up to Cancer, the media event itself, online at Facebook and available via shorts at YouTube and Twitter, is coming to a close today on Thursday, October 2021. It finishes 7 o'clock this evening, I think. The time right now is coming up to 5 in the evening, early evening that is. If you're watching this later, you might be saying your prayers right now, you might be commuting home from work and that, you might catch it on your smartphone or your tablet whilst on a train and that, or you have it on in the car, I don't know exactly, but respectfully, I'd like to give thanks to God and let you all know that God is my keeper, a keeper of my faith, and no matter the tests that God has for me, because of God's trust issues, trust God implicitly. It's not God's fault, it's people's that do things wrong and make life unbearable, how bad they are, mad they are. So anyway, I wanted to end this event today by addressing a way to let go, because really what this is all about is letting go, and letting go of something that's worthless or beneath consideration, plus something that is valuable, that's precious to us in life because it was worthwhile and significantly meaningful to us, which is hard and hurtful. It's a really hard and hurtful experience, like losing a loved one that you care for. It causes a lot of emotional hardship. It involves a lot of decision making during the whole process of caring for someone, especially someone with cancer. For myself, my mum had 2 types of cancers. She got the first one was in the 80s because she had such terrible luck with men, and that I've had lots of friends and acquaintances as well as associates that have suffered with the disease, many different variants of it, and most of them are dead already. So when it comes to things like cancer, there are obviously criticisms to do with the effects involving the philosophy of happiness, which is central to everyone's life, all lives. So on that, thinking about it, when we surrender dignity to negative obstacles in life that we aren't overcoming, so we're not overcoming the problems because we've surrendered our dignity to these negative obstacles, then we don't forfeit being... No, let me start again. When we do surrender our dignity to negative obstacles, instead of being positive with our dignity and not surrendering, we don't forfeit being human nor abandon our humanity when we stay positive. We are never giving in nor losing our humanness by letting go of the things that go away, or the devilish adversities that challenge our state of respect and honour. That is our nature's manner. If we lie dying to a curse of fundamental darkness, our best and being positive is to remove all the pain and the bitterness of the situation in taking heed of the cause and its symptoms wisely, so that we can find peace in the solace of our times that are special and vapid in experience. I say vapid is the opposite of special. You know what I mean by making the point of how we lose loved ones, people we're close to. So in criticisms, like things that are far greater than being too skinny or out on the lash, burning the candle at both ends too much, like a damn shame, being too fat and needing to lose weight, a freakish slob, sort of being at times, but in my own way, not that extreme. I might go hard on myself a bit, and you know, people can have a way with words. So in believing that and getting it right, so that it's not too dressed up, because it's all right to be sad. At times it's like an intelligent thing to do, it's a loyal thing, and it's a trusting thing. It's by no means is it conceited or stupid. So in that, and speaking your mind about it and not being nasty, although there are people who are nasty and do nasty things to others who don't deserve it, and in needing to watch your mouth, by not saying anything is in itself a mistreatment. It's even a self-harm. You know, I'm nobody's doormat. I don't expect anybody else to be, whether they've got cancer or not, or they're caring for someone who does. Nobody deserves to be anybody's doormat and treated like a doormat. So it leads me on to like other sensitive issues without being a drama queen, because nobody's a drama queen about standing up to things like cancer for a start, or even child abuse. In being sociable, but not an animal, although some people might perceive you as a bit of an animal, which is a bit embarrassing, I suppose, and a bit undignified. But if you can just take it on the chin like a man, and like we're having a laugh, and it's not meant to be taken too literally to extreme, then you can be calm and you can be dignified. So in keeping that with your circle of friends and family, whatever, or to yourself even, without the emotional detachment of being hurt and depressed about it, in believing in that and what is different, and like all the differences in life, and the things that go on, or at least have gone on, and nowadays, and that you can't do anything without really being critical about it or being criticised. Everybody's a critic. Society and people can't survive unless they're judging others, and whether you love me, for instance, or hate me, or a bit of both, I am who I am, and there's no bigger critic than myself. I judge myself all the time in life, every day. So if you're the least bit proud, without being a pride criminal about it, then you would have learned, and you'll know exactly what I'm on about and what people are really like, without being so judgmental about it. It's just one of those truths, like a fundamental truth in life. So something like this, and the end of this event, has led me to have a better look at research and stuff. There are options out there for people with cancer. Not all of them are feasible. No one's pressuring you. Don't have to use what's available. Some of it is actually very harmful, depending on what blood group and type you are. So, and where you might be in particular altitude and latitude as well. The negative groups of negative blood types, in that they are the most susceptible. There's the groups out of all the 8 blood groups and types that there are that can't do what the positives do. In terms of like bad positives, bad mutants that are positive are, and unfortunately, and you can see for me today, I've been putting on weight, staying in the hostel underneath the church on Manvers Street, and I'm not oxidizing the free radicals of my fat properly. So I've had a little outbreak, and I tried to keep it clean and that. So I'm only vegetarian. So, but I've been eating like a horse, and I've put on some fat. I could go for a jog and that. I might just have to visit Holland and Barrett tomorrow and get a few supplements to boost my adrenaline chemistry up, and that while I'm sat about thinking a lot of the time and reading. So, and then hopefully my skin will clear up. There's like 200 different cancers. In fact, having said that, I have said before, there's actually like 560 genetic cancers, or like genetic mutations of cancer, that are also like hereditary and passed on through families to children. So having said that, my mum, the second marker that she had with her second cancer was just one she was born with. So, and if it wasn't for the first, it probably wouldn't have activated the other. You can get cancer just from having your teeth pulled out, or sustaining an injury like losing a toe or something or other, or just eating the wrong stuff all the time, too much without realising. And disorder leads to disease. It's worth reading up, especially on your own blood group and blood type, to check that you are doing the right things, that you're eating and drinking correctly for your blood group and type. If you're not sure what your blood group and type is, perhaps you ought to go see your GP, or at least see the nurse at the surgery to find out if you're not sure. Of course, exercise is all important as well. It's all about strengthening the body and making you more resilient, and your immune system more resilient to invading particles of germs and things like that, infections, whatever, injuries even, and stuff. So like with that, something like this makes me think of Lewis Carroll, I was going to say poem, but it's more of a novel. Have you ever heard of Jabberwocky? Some people, it might be funny, or what on earth did I say that for? Nah, that thing's nonsense. Well, it has some really poignant like moments in it that are very pertinent, that managed to cross over into what I'm trying to share. So personally speaking, it's just one of those novels from, I think it's the sequel to Alice. It's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. It's the novel Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. Having said that, so letting go. And in letting go, you will be making your letting go of what goes away. You'll be making yourself a watchman, a survivor. It's a revival thing as well. It's in the warnings, it's of repentance, it's of logic, it's of semantics, it's of tactics, it's of positivity, it's of resilience, it's of nature, it's of manner, it's of life. And illogical arguments that are all to do with self-punishment and neurosis of itself perpetuating self-harm that's like a trap. So they're trappings associated with trauma and torment. It gets to the extreme, it's from one pole to the other, and that becomes something extremely criminal. For this media event itself, which is about letting go and how we let go of what will go away, how we let go of what we stand up to, like cancer, how we let go of how we feel we belong and don't feel that we belong. It's all about results, and the results of what we desire for our lives that are fair and true in who we've lost, whom we love, whom we care for. And I don't know what else to say other than that. So thanks very much for streaming and the videos and the discussion to the event. Thank you for taking your time out to listen to me. I'm going to do no self-promotion, marketing, any kind. You know, I do my thing. I'm sincere. Sincere's got lots of separate entities within my professional development of being self-employed. But having said that, I'll leave it at that. I want you to take care. Be strong. Be positive. Good luck.